Welcome back to Table Talk. I would like to introduce my guest for today's show. From the Warren Arts production of Barefoot in the Park, I have director Chad McGee and one of the actors of the wonderful play, Mr. Dorian Loeffler. Congratulations on the play, and thank you both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Exciting things. It seems like we just finished talking about your last production, It's a Wonderful Life. How did that go?
It went very well. It was sold out every night. Had a great crowd, great performances. We actually had one that snuck in between. We had a one act that was at the Warren Arts in January that Maya Denning directed.
That's right. That's right. Brothers
Grimm Spectaculathon, and it was really funny.
Really?
Great performances with an age range from I think about 13 up through 27, 28, somewhere around that rate, that age. So
tell us about the plot for those who have not are not familiar with Barefoot in the Park. It is a very famous play, but tell our audience about the plot.
Well, Dorian, you want to handle that one?
Sure. Basically, you have a newlywed couple. They've not been married for very long. They're young. It's set in the early 1960s. And they're trying to make their way. They move into an apartment. The husband, Paul, he gets his first job, so he's excited about working it. And it's sort of about the trials and tribulations at the beginning of their relationship. It involves the mother of so it's Paul's mother-in-law and then Corey's mother. And she isn't married any longer. And she's in the picture kind of overseeing them and being motherly. And then you have a bunch of weird neighbors that live there. One of them's my character, Victor Velasco, very extravagant character that actually has to make his way through their apartment, climb out their bedroom window, across a ledge, up a ladder to get to his apartment. And that's how they end up meeting. So basically the plot
Spoiler alert, come on, you're not supposed to tell too much.
Did you have to have any acrobatic skills for that?
No, I didn't. I looked at Errol Flynn and tried to leap like him. So that was
well, that'll be something to see.
Yes, so I got pretty good at it.
So we kind of get to see all of the different dynamics of a newlywed couple.
That's right.
Yes.
That's one thing I kind of, did a little sneak peek of watching it, and I'm sure the actors had to really get along well, because the two newlyweds are very affectionate with one another.
That's right.
So
And we have Emily Stefanik playing
yes.
Corey, and Paul is played by Ethan Duncan. Both were in Wonderful Life, in smaller parts in Wonderful Life, and they have just stepped up and been incredible. Emily's had a lot of experience. She did quite a bit of acting in college. Ethan, this is actually his second show, and he is really, it's kind of exciting to watch both of them, and especially him as he's progressed as an actor in this production.
So tell us how your character, you said Victor Velasco, he comes in, and what's his role in the play as far as what's his interaction with the couple?
Well, he sort of becomes, I wouldn't say a role model to Corey, but he's got a lot in common with her. So he empathizes and sympathizes with her character. She's like him, energetic, outgoing. And then the mother character kind of sympathizes with Paul. They're more similar, like stuffed shirt is a line that's used. So basically, without giving too much away, Corey decides that it looks like the Victor Velasco and her mother might be good for each other. And so a bunch of the plot centers around that dynamic. So
trying to fix them up.
Trying to fix them up, yes.
So tell us about Corey's mother. Who's playing Corey's mother?
Terry Kirby is playing Corey's mother, and she's of course acted in Cannon County and in Manchester at their Performing Arts Center. But this is her debut here in Warren County at Warren Arts. She is on the board, so she's been involved since the beginning, but this is her acting debut, so it's fun to watch her as well.
Well, it's exciting to see so many local people. We have seen our youth step up through Dream Reality and participate in plays, and now to see the adults who've had these hidden talents that we didn't know about step into these roles. It's very, very exciting. I'm sure all your students, you are a teacher at Dibral.
Yes, ma'am.
So your students are going to be very excited. Do they come and watch your plays usually?
They came to A Wonderful Life when we did that. I encouraged them to come. They love it. They love theater. I was surprised they actually were so into theater, because they're middle school kids, and you never know what they like necessarily, but they're really gung-ho about it, and they're looking forward to seeing me in this play in a different role. So
right.
It's very flattering to have them want to come out and see their teacher.
Good. So I was reading, this is Neil Simon's longest running non-musical play, but this one is actually musical. Tell us
Well,
about that, Chad.
I wouldn't call it a musical. It's still
Okay.
definitely a non-musical play, but we have incorporated a very good 1960s soundtrack kind of as background music in a lot of places. And then we also have a couple of songs that you'll get to hear live with Mark Pyburn. He's playing a kind of smaller role in this production. He was the lead in Wonderful Life, but he is the AT&T guy. I don't know if I can say that on Ben Lomond or not.
Okay.
But
we can take it.
yeah, and so he's also kind of, in my mind, a little bit of a fatherly advice figure and kind of observer of what's going on, and then he's commenting a little bit about what's going on with some music. So,
So that's just going to add to the storytelling portion of the
Sure.
play. You did mention it is set in the 60s, and is the setting still here in New York City?
It is,
Okay,
yes. It's
so
in a
very mod feel.
5th story brownstone apartment. So it's a lot of stairs up to the apartment.
Yes, yes, that was a big part of the portions I saw. Everybody coming up to visit them, and it was just a chore to get to the newlywed couple.
And that's one of the really fun things about this set, getting to work on this production. The set is very different from what we had for Wonderful Life and The Brothers Grimm. It's a very realistic set, totally different feel for the theater. The other two shows had 3 sides audience. This one has 2 sides of audience, and it's been fun to kind of put that set together. It's going to be a really fun set for people to come see.
Do you have some people that, as part of their volunteer work, they're helping with sets and things?
Rob Nunley helped kind of lead the construction on this, but then of course Jeff Cantrell has helped a great deal. Julie Cantrell also, she's also on our board, and a lot of help from the cast.
And occasionally you get the Tennessee Promise students come in who are
Yes.
taking the free college courses, so they'll get their hours through that. So the more the merrier.
That's right. It takes a village, doesn't it, to put on a production?
Oh, definitely.
So this is we mentioned a Neil Simon production. Was it intimidating directing a Neil Simon play?
Nah,
No, not too bad.
I've directed Shakespeare before, so.
Okay, okay. So he's kind of small beans compared to Shakespeare. So, I had noticed also, you'll have to tell me your wife's name.
Rachel McGee.
Rachel, she is also-
co-directing. It's her
Right.
directorial debut, and she, of course, is an art teacher and has an artist, and has been really instrumental in helping sort of set the vision for the set. And I'm really excited to see what she adds to it. It's not quite finished, and it probably won't be till about Wednesday night of next week, but or Wednesday the 21st. And I'm really excited to see what she adds to it in the finishing stages.
So, did you find any parallels going back and you and Rachel directing it together, and see any comparisons of when you all were newlyweds?
Not really. Not to the level that the show really kind of explores.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
To a certain
Well,
extent.
any typical, there are lots of affection, and then all of a sudden
Right.
it doesn't take long till they get into a little argument. Not anything bad,
Right.
but the highs and lows of a newlywed couple, and lots of laughter ensues from that.
Well, as often the case in theater, it's exaggerated a little bit. No,
Yes.
I'm sure there are couples that have had very similar experiences to Corey and Paul, but it is definitely an exaggeration of real life.
Right, right.
Wouldn't be funny otherwise.
Well, that's true. That's true. So, give us an update on the Warren Arts Foundation. What's next? How do we purchase tickets? All of those kinds of things.
Sure. This is, of course, our 3rd production at 605 Red Road, which is the old Baga Printing Company building. Totally transformed the inside. It gets a little better every time, a little different looking every time, and it probably will. We intend for the set to move around and be in different locations and that kind of thing as we go. And you can follow us for all kinds of updates on Facebook at Warren Arts TN. So it's Facebook Warren Arts TN, and that's a public page. So even if you don't have Facebook, you can go to facebook.com and that address, and it'll pull up for you, and you can see the updates. A lot of publicity has been out for this show, some great publicity shots and some little videos, some very short videos. And for tickets, we're now using Ticket Leap, which is warrenartstn.ticketleap.com. And it's a online ticket purchase site, and you can purchase at the door. Wonderful Life sold out. We're hoping that this one will sell out, so the sooner you get your tickets, the safer you are. We do have 2 weekends for this show, so it runs Thursday, February 22nd, Friday the 23rd, Saturday at 2, and the main reason we did that is because Josh Isaac from Smithville is a very good friend of ours, was in Wonderful Life, and he's doing his production of Still Magnolias at the park that night, so we did a matinee so that we wouldn't directly compete with that show. And then on Sunday at 2 of the first weekend. Then the second weekend, it's Friday, Saturday at night, and then on Sunday at 2 again.
Okay, so 2 great opportunities
Right.
and multiple opportunities during each weekend.
Sure.
Especially with
So that'll be
Valentine's
good.
Day coming up. You can't go wrong with taking your sweetheart to a romantic comedy for Valentine's Day.
You know,
Yeah.
men don't always think of things like
I know,
that.
that's why I'm here to help them.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
pay attention.
They've got today to get their tickets ordered so they can give them to her, and you can print them out and
Right.
put them in an envelope or wrap them up in a package and hand them to your wife on Valentine's Day. Of course, I don't think we're on the air before Valentine's Day, but maybe a late Valentine's present.
Yeah, that's okay. They'll figure it out. Even if they do a late one this weekend, they'll be perfect.
I know what I'm getting my wife for Valentine's Day.
Yes,
so.
we discussed that.
Tickets.
Tickets, of course, exactly. Tickets to the show.
Well, thank you both so much for being on the show today. I'm sure we'll see more of both of you as new productions. Do you have another production coming up that you're
We
planning?
do. We will have another fairly large cast musical coming up in May. There may be an event or two in between. Can't announce the name yet. We're waiting on the rights for that. But we do plan to do it. And I can say that for someone my age, and we're close to the same age, it's going to hit that nostalgia button real well. So it should be
I
a
like
great
things
performance.
Like that. I think we're all the older we get, the more nostalgic we
Definitely.
get. So that's wonderful. Well, we appreciate what you're doing for the community as far as giving us outlets in the arts and all of your time, because I know you're not getting paid for all of this hard work that you're doing, but we appreciate it as a part of our community. And thank you to our audience for joining us for this segment of Table Talk. Don't go away, because Brian Kell will be up next with more Table Talk.